Day 4. Here we go. Reading, math, science, language. Extra practice. Reading. Wowza! That's a lot to read. I bet you thought that too when you opened it up. You were like, what? No way! I'm really excited though. So here are our questions over here. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look because I want to know what to be thinking about. Over here, I know we're still talking about things, animals, specifically underwater, and I look at the first few words of each paragraph here, and I see manatees, blue whales, and green sea turtles. So probably we're going to be talking about those 3 animals that we read a little bit about, and we're going to be maybe comparing them, thinking about them all at the same time. So let's look and see what we want to know. Which is the biggest? So we're going to be listening for size. Why did the author write it? I'm going to write that out. Why? What was the purpose? Which keywords are most important to the text? So we're going to be thinking about what's important here. What big words are most important? How are manatees and blue whales alike? So we want to be thinking about manatees and blue whales and seeing how are they the same. People who like something would probably like this text, so we want to be thinking about who would like this and which best summarizes the text. So we want to be thinking about what is the main stuff happening here. Okay, so since this is a little bit more involved, we want to be making sure that we're paying lots of close attention. I'm going to go ahead and take some notes if I see something I think might be important. I think that's a really good reading strategy. You should try it. Okay, what's it going to hurt, you know? Here we go. A world under the water. Do you know how to swim? Some animals know how to swim from the time they are born. They live underwater. Manatees live underwater. Manatees are gentle animals, but they are big. Here's our size here. They can grow up to 13 feet long. The reason that I'm underlining the big part and the 13 feet long is because I remember in my questions it asked me which is the biggest. So I'm going to go ahead and note it so I don't have to take as long when I look later. That's a lot of animal. Manatees are mammals and are related to elephants, but they do not have trunks. Manatees have flippers. They also have flat tails. Their flippers and tails help them move in the water. Manatees are in danger of being hurt or killed by boats. Oh, that's sad. I didn't know that they were related to elephants. That's pretty cool. Blue whales live under the water too. Blue whales are the largest animals on Earth. Okay, this is really important. This is about size, right? An adult blue whale is about the size of a Boeing 737 airplane. Now, I don't know anything about planes, but I know that if it's the size of a plane, it is pretty big, okay? They are mammals. Blue whales eat a kind of shrimp called krill. When a blue whale is ready to eat, it swallows a lot of water. Then it pushes that water out of its mouth with its huge tongue. The krill stay in the whale's mouth. Then the whale can swallow the krill. Blue whales were hunted for a long time and almost became extinct. That means gone forever. None left. People used whale oil for cooking, for lamps, and for other things. They used whale bone because it was light but strong. Finally, laws were made to protect blue whales. Now, most countries do not allow blue whale hunting. Green sea turtles live underwater too, but they are not mammals. Green sea turtles are reptiles. They live in warm coastal waters. Green sea turtles eat plants that grow underwater. Some green sea turtles come out of the water to warm up on dry land. Female green sea turtles also come out of the water to lay their eggs. When the babies are born, they make their way back to the sea. Later, those turtles will have babies of their own. Green sea turtles are killed for their meat and their eggs. That's sad. All of these animals so far. That's so sad. Green sea turtles can also be hurt by boats and fishing nets. So that's something that manatees and sea turtles have in common, is that they could possibly be hurt by boats. But it didn't say anything about the whales being hurt by boats, so I wonder why that is. Maybe because they're so big, maybe they swim deeper. Manatees, blue whales, and green sea turtles are all wonderful sea animals. We need to keep them safe. Oh, I agree with that. This is kind of, I like this. This kind of summarizes, this conclusion reminds me about everything we've talked about and kind of sums up what the author was trying to say. So this is probably going to come in handy. All right, so let's go look over here. Which is the biggest? Okay, well, we know that it's definitely not krill, because krill are the little shrimp animals. We talked about green sea turtles, but it didn't really say anything about their size. We talked about a manatee was 13 feet long, and it said they're big. But then when we talked about blue whales, it told us that they are the largest animals on Earth. If they're the largest, another way to say that is the biggest. So we know that a blue whale is the biggest. Number 2, the author most likely wrote the text to tell about animals that live underwater. Did they do that? Yeah, they did. To get you to go swimming? Were they trying to convince you that it was a good idea to go swimming? No. They just asked you if you knew how to swim so that it would get you kind of interested. Did they tell us how to catch a manatee? No. Did they tell us about ocean plant life? They mentioned it, but that wasn't the main topic. The main topic was about the animals that live underwater. Number 3, which keywords are most important to the text? If we're thinking about the 3 words that are the most important, which would we think? Gentle, flippers, boats? Water, airplane, coastal? Manatees, whales, and turtles? Or elephants, oil, and mammals? Hopefully you said C, because this entire little passage here was about manatees, whales, and turtles. Number 4, how are manatees and blue whales alike? Okay, so we want something that manatees and whales have in common. They both eat krill. No, whales eat krill, but the manatees are herbivores, so they eat plants. They are both the size of a Boeing 737. I don't think so, right? It tells us blue whales are the size of 737, but it does not tell us anything about manatees being that big, and we know blue whales are bigger. They are both mammals, or they are both related to elephants. I remember reading both of that, so I'm gonna go and look here. So I do see that manatees are related to elephants, and it also says manatees are mammals, so we need to see which one are blue whales. Are they mammals, or are they related to elephants? So let's read really big. Ooh, they are mammals. It's telling us they are both mammals. That's something that is the same or similar that they have in common. It's a way that they are alike. Number 5, people who like this would probably like this text. Is it people who like math, art, science, or music? You got it. It should be science. Animals are living things. Sorry about that. Animals is what that says. Living things, which would be biology, which is a science. Number 6, which best summarizes or tells us the most important parts of the text? Manatees, blue whales, and green sea turtles are all sea animals. They are endangered. Many animals live underwater. Green sea turtles live in warm coastal areas. They lay eggs on the beach. Well, this is true, but it only tells us about green sea turtles, and we know that's not the main idea. That's just one part. There are animals called the manatee, the blue whale, and the green sea turtle. I want you to think about that for just a second. Okay. What do you think? Do you agree that this is true? There are animals called the manatee, the blue whale, and the green sea turtle. I agree that's true, but I'm not sure that it tells us all the important information because it doesn't tell us what they have in common or why we're talking about them. Many animals live underwater. Well, that's true, but that doesn't give us much detail, right? We could be talking about Finding Nemo or the crab from Little Mermaid. Nah, he's a lobster, I'm sorry. But it doesn't give us a lot. Manatees, blue whales, and green sea turtles are all sea animals. Well, here we get the three main animals we were talking about. It tells us they're sea animals, and it says they're endangered. Now, I don't remember reading that word, but I know in the word endangered, I hear danger, so maybe unsafe. And I do remember seeing the word safe in here, right here. We need to keep them safe, which would kind of give us an idea that they are endangered or need to be safe. And so really this is the best option, okay? Let us know if you have any questions. Let us know how you did, and I can't wait to hear from you.